most of us Jews are lawyers or accountants, or we don't do much physical stuff, but I'm the antithesis of that.
Right.
And I wanted to accentuate that to the fans.
Right.
And I wanted to carry the crown with a high head. And
so when the crowd's chanting your name, and
it's pretty powerful to be in South Georgia or be in the swamps of Lafayette, Louisiana. Dustin, sorry about that. But it's pretty powerful to be there and to have them chanting Goldberg.
Right.
Because 90% of them probably don't know I'm Jewish and they don't care.
Right.
And that's kind of the tone, right?
Right.
It's not about who you are, not about your color, your race, your background. It's about the human that you truly are inside.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate to have moved to a place for my son and his betterment athletically and academically, and for
wrestling.
My
Shout
wife,
out to Gage.
and my wife's and I's desire to be on a farm and be out in the middle of nowhere. And, when we work, I'm in front of millions of people. When I don't work, I want to be able to hide and be at home.
Yeah.
It's a recharging deal for me.
And so, back in.
Yeah, and it's just, it seems to be, this is a wonderful place, and Matt's the perfect example of that. Those are the type of people that are here, and they welcome you with open arms, and as long as you don't bring your California views here, then they're cool with it. And me being from Oklahoma originally, this is like coming back home.
Right. You're from Tulsa, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You in Dallas, for the most part, homegrown WCW stars, during the Monday Night Wars. So it was interesting because my wife doesn't know anything about wrestling, hasn't watched any of it, but she knew your name. So you were one of the crossover stars that people know, culturally, right? You have Ric Flair, you have Hogan, you have Warrior, you have Bret Hart, Goldberg, Taker, Cena. Everybody knows these guys. But you're in that category of people to where everybody knows your name that isn't a wrestling fan.
My goal initially was to be able to walk down the streets of New York and have an 80-year-old woman who knew nothing about wrestling look at me and go, "That's Goldberg."
Right.
I associated myself with animals and with kids in the beginning. And not because I thought that was the right thing to do, but that's where my love is. Right. And, but you can't really say anything negative about those two things. And so I carried that on, and I was a pretty decent businessman, and wrestling's done everything for me. I was the same human being beforehand, but it's made the reach a lot bigger.
Right.
And it's provided me and afforded me a lot of opportunities that I'm very thankful for.
Right. For you guys that don't know out there, he ran up 173 wins in a row right there during the streak. WCW heavyweight champ, right? So one of the homegrown talents, and then came over, and you were really one of the only guys, you and Booker maybe, that got a really fair shake in WWE too. So now a WWE Hall of Famer, two-time Universal champ, and the heavyweight champ. So you came over, picked out the biggest bully in the yard. You and Rock had a feud right away. What do you think it was about you that made Vince and made the company say, "Hey, this is the guy that we're really going to push"? Because a lot of guys felt like there was some revenge that was going on from the Monday Night Wars.
I always felt that too.
That guys got squashed,
and I still believe there's a tiny bit of that in the back of everybody's mind, because I did work for the competitor, during those Monday Night War battles. But I think I think what has made me successful and also made me hated is the thing that is the determining factor. I was the Mike Tyson of wrestling.
Right.
My goal was to be something completely different. I'm black tights, black shoes. I didn't frickin' talk for 6 months. I just squished motherfuckers. That's my job. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I was younger. Now I just try to. But I didn't want to be the chain wrestler. I didn't want to emulate anybody. Now, granted, the Road Warriors and Nikita Koloff and Brody were extremely influential to me. Hawk was extremely influential to me. So I took little aspects of what they did and I applied it to my idea of the character. I had, MMA moves, a lot of them in the beginning.
And the inventor of the spear, now everybody uses the spear, right?
Bingo. 15 to 20 superstars of WWE use it. And I used to hate it, but now I like it.
That's a defensive tackle move, obviously, right?
Yeah, but I like it because you see them do it, and then you see the master do it, right? And there's a huge difference.
Right.
And if I like you, I'll let you live through it. If I don't like you, I'll put my head right in the middle of your chest and you'll be in the hospital.
And you might go through the barrier.
Yeah, so I mean, that was the allure of my character. And it was also like throwing Romans to the lions.
Sure.
Right? You had to sit at the edge of your seat.
Which is what you're going to do to Roman next week.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to sit at the edge of your seat because you had no idea what was going to happen. And you knew it was going to happen quickly, right? But
yeah, he's going to be like harder.
I'm telling you. You couldn't do that hard enough. I swear to God.
He's like, just keep going, man, more.
Honest to God, that feels so good to me. You don't understand. You understand.
Well, that's why I laugh at people. They see the hammer, like, I'm scared of the hammer. Like, the thumbs hurt worse. They don't look like it, but the hammer actually feels good mostly.
And I've never really done much lately. In the past 10 years, it felt good.
What are they thinking?
See, when I turned my head, you're right, that right where you were right there was 100% on. And when I turn my head to the left, it like opens up more for you.
Right. Yep.
That's what we
Absolutely.
need to deal with.
That's awesome. Yeah, right there.
That one.
Yep,
Oh, boy.
that's fantastic. Hallelujah!
Go harder.
Please hit me as hard as you can.
Getting hammered with Goldberg.
Harder than that, come on. He can take more than that.
Yep.
Go, Bo, come on. Come on, Bo.
I'm scared.
Get him.
He's going to stand up and
Get him,
spear me,
bro.
man.
Man, I swear to God, you're not gonna hurt me.
Give me that hammer. Love it.
But that feels good. You don't understand. It's heaven.
Can you put your hand here? Can you get
I couldn't before I went to Josh.
Okay, so you can get to that position at least.
Yeah, it takes me.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Bro, you guys don't understand, like that.
That's crazy.
He could, he to get his hand behind his back, he would have to go. And stand up.
Yeah, Josh does that too, and it's fantastic. That feels so good.
He can barely get his hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh,
Right there.
Josh is well trained, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we actually went to the same school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's freaking excellent. Oh yeah. It hurts so good that it feels great.
I do this for frozen shoulder at a time, but because you can't get enough internal rotation.
Okay, there, it's all yours.
Layer the scapula, so you work creep, and then you're just digging your fingertips under there to try to get any sort of protraction in the scapula. But when people get it, when their shoulder's been frozen, it's like it's a complete,
Yeah, it's a game changer.
yeah, big time.
Because if they're so locked up there, they can't get any joint motion in the GH, so then the fluid isn't moving around as well.
Right.
So they can't even get to a place where the normal stuff will even work.
I do my subscap face up, like supine. You know, I'll get in on the top of the scap and fold it around over.
Up on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got me sweating now.
Yeah.
So we're reversed now. You got any of those gray,
That's funny.
the special edition sweatshirts?
Yeah.
The speckles on them?
Yeah.
He's gonna do a special edition drop. Matt's own sweatshirts. Only gonna be 100.
Sweat equity.
I'll sign them with my sweat.
Sweat equity. Sweat signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heaven right there, dude. Like freaking heaven.
Oh, no way. That's cool. It's a little different.
Let's bring it back slow there.
Big man.
You know? The man's got me working.
I need to go see that tricep challenge.
Yeah, CT killed me.
Yeah.
I finished it though. Not a He didn't think I would. He's like, no, you gotta think you do it. Come on, son.
He's a great dude, isn't he?
I'd rather die than lose.
Didn't you do a video on Cali muscles?
Yeah.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah. Kelly's a funny dude. Cracks me up.
He's a monster, man.
Yeah. I like Callie. Callie's funny. Yeah, mostly clear then. How's that?
Beautiful.
Don't feel too much there anymore.
That's great.
you can even do like a grade 4 spinous movement too. I don't know if you ever do those.
What is it, like a lift?
So like you would for a peripheral joint, where you find that range and you just lean into it, just reps the cingular ligaments out. So you have strong enough thumbs to do it. Most guys wouldn't. But you're gonna hook spinous, T-spine. With your body
rotating.
Right, you feel that range? So I have my weights on my right foot now, and then I'm just stretching that in range.
Gotcha.
So you can get singular motion on it. Kind of like a Maitland or a Mulligan. This is more like a PT and upper bath move.
Gotcha.
So particularly on people you can't HBLA.
Yeah.
Either you can't or they don't need it. Both exist.
Some of them are just too stiff.
Yeah, both exist.
Too rigid. Yeah.
You know?
I'll just make a statement. All you people who get on the table with him, all you big bad fighters, you're all sorry.
You threw that in the gauntlet. All right, let's sit up and see how that feels. He's like, no, stop.
I mean, you got to understand. I mean, you understand. Like, my best friend is like the weight tree, the post that comes out on the hammering machine. Because I'll lean up against it. Oh,
like a big old bear in there.
Oh,
you see me up, babe.
It's fantastic.
I knew exactly what he was going to say.
He's like, I know what he's going to say there.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Good.
All right, Bill, let's squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're going to do a shoulder press, and then I want you to arch back. Perfect. And then keep arching. Keep arching. Keep arching. Keep going. Good. Back to center. And let's have you turn your upper body to the left, like you're throwing a right hook. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. A little further. A little further.
I'm gonna start cramping.
On the left side? Yeah.
No, everywhere.
Everywhere? All right. So shoulder blades back and extend again for me. And keep leaning back. Squeeze shoulder blades. Good. Okay. I'm gonna have you go back to that same position. Here, like you're gonna do a bench. I'm just gonna give you a little motion here. So pull that right elbow back. Just keep pulling that elbow back. I may have to reset the bicep after this. Okay. So sweep back again. Okay, good. All right, let's come back out here again. Let me just make sure we're still good there. Yeah, still solid there.
Much better.
Okay. So what happened to the chainsaw? I mean, chainsaw jugglers are cool. They got like unless you need to like saw a tree down, then it's just annoying. Like, hey man, do you really need 3?
I was at the house in Cali, and I was on my way down to the pool. Wife calls, asks me to cut a limb off of a tree. I bring the chainsaw out. I do it one-handed, like I thought I was, whatever, and I dropped it because my shoulder gave out.
Damn near cut a limb off Goldberg instead.
Damn near almost hurt myself. That's the problem. Most of my injuries are self-inflicted.
Right.
100%.
Yard work, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's an everman.
That's what I do.
I just keep Zaris here.
And then I took a shot of Jack, took a shower, and drove myself to the hospital. Because I had no choice. But it didn't bleed much. I don't know.
Absolute savage.
I don't know.
That's one thing I've never done is a chainsaw accident. I've hurt myself a lot of different ways, bending the fingers too far back and all that kind of stuff, but chainsaw accident, what's your worst?
I don't know. Huh?
No chainsaws?
No chainsaws dropping on my legs.
You ever dislocated a collarbone with a Mossberg?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Who did that?
I've seen it.
Really?
I've seen it.
Who holds a Mossberg on their collarbone?
Annie's.
But also, like, it doesn't seem like that would do it. Like a small person?
You'd be surprised. There's a UFC fighter. He's a broadcaster now. Let's just say that. But he was snowboarding. Never snowboarded before. Dislocated his collarbone at the SC joint.
Joanne?
Come on. I don't have privilege to say, but
we don't give a fuck. He don't know any of them, and
so
I
the
know them all.
collarbone was like up here in his throat, and he's buddies with Cowboy Cerrone, and Cowboy pressured him into snowboarding. He had never done it before.
Was he taking mushrooms at the same time, like Cowboy?
He's an East Coast guy. And he comes in, he's like, "Hey man," just drags him in. He's like, "You think you can fix that?" And I don't know. Let's try. We're able to get it back in, and he won his fight. 2 weeks later, spinning back fist got signed. So I put some clues, so we'll see if anybody can figure it out. But I didn't even know if you could or couldn't, right? Maybe temporarily.
Heavyweight?
No. Maybe temporarily. Drop the comment below if you think you know who it is. I'm actually going to get him a little bit for once.
Kid, Josh, you should have shut your mouth. These triceps hurt,
I'm actually
dude.
gonna
You
get him
know
on
that.
one.
Nah, I can cover it
He
up.
can cover it, but his body's not covering it.
No, my body's
His
not
body's
covering
like,
it.
"Oh, shit."
But they don't know what that. They don't know what my body's doing right.
We do.
Yeah, you do. The pros know. And just the key, ladies and gentlemen, when I start giggling, that means it hurts.
So you're not a gamer. You didn't play yourself on the early drop on 17, because that was like the conversation for the comeback, right?
No.
Didn't play. No.
No. That started it.
Okay.
That started it. That and a
right.
chance meeting at a publicity deal for WWE in New York.
This is the question we give everybody, right? So I'm gonna have you do top 5, list them in order, Mount Rushmore, both MMA and wrestling. Your top 5.
Oh man, you're gonna get me in a lot of trouble with a lot of dudes. But I mean Couture, Coleman, the embryotic guys, the guys who started it. Enzo.
There's 2. There's 3.
You know, I mean St. Pierre, no question.
4. You only got one left. Who's it gonna be?
Damn. Well, you guys are gonna hate me. I don't know. I know so many other guys that are worthy of that.
Coleman because they look like twins.
Coleman was he was a groundbreaker.
Beast.
Dude, he was a monster. I mean, man, I don't know how
You got one more.
I don't know how you can
Mount Rushmore.
this is a tough one, man. Are you kidding me?
Who's yours, Matt? Top 5.
Couture is up there.
Okay.
We'll
say MMA because you don't know wrestling. So.
Yeah, I don't know wrestlers. I wouldn't put Mark Coleman, although I love Mark Coleman. And then, yeah, Hoist Gracie. I really like Matt Hughes though. Matt Hughes and St. Pierre back in the day. Like
GSP has to be up there. At the top.
Yeah.
GSP's got it.
Matt Hughes and St. Pierre, I loved watching them.
Yeah.
I think I got 4. I don't know who my 5th would be.
I mean, then you got Fry. I mean, these guys set the standard. These guys fought when there were no rules.
Yeah.
I mean, Axe Murder. Vanderlei. Jesus Christ. Vanderlei put the fear. Crow Cop. Fedor. I mean, dude, the list could go on and on. Kevin Randleman. I was there when he knocked Crow Cop out with that left hook. I mean, we were in a bar the night before till 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't say that.
Ken Shamrock.
I mean, Ken's a buddy of mine.
And Gracie.
Ken was great.
He's an icon.
He's an icon.
I don't think you can put him 5 guys in there.
There are too many to really give you the Mount
By the
Rushmore.
way, have you seen Matt Hughes since his accident?
Yeah.
That's devastating.
Yeah, Matt's a great dude.
He's doing a lot better now, actually.
Thank God.
Is he
Yeah.
back to?
The stem cells are really helping him a lot.
Are they?
Yeah.
Better now.
Oh, dude, that was like heartbreaking.
Yeah.
If I had trained.
Yes.
Train.
He was stopped on a track. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. Him and BJ Penn are good buddies of mine.
BJ when he broke in. Vitor when he broke in. I mean, all these guys.
Yeah, Vitor.
I mean, truthfully, there are way too many
Vitor
people.
was a kid. Like, God, that was insane.
Freaking 18 years old. Pro boxer at the time. Or
Okay.
not a pro boxer.
Let's reframe it. The top 5 competitively of all time. Who's the greatest in that order? Top 5. Because Rushmore could be cultural impact and all that kind of stuff, right?
There's too many that go into it. There's
Anderson, number 1?
too many guys.
Yeah, GSP.
Anderson, GSP, Gracie, family, all of them.
Fedor was unbeatable. He wasn't a UFC guy, but he was unbeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Sambo at the time, I mean, he was unreal. Josh Barnett, there's trailblazers, man, all of them.
Okay. So let's do wrestling. Top 10. So let's do 5. That way it's not as exclusionary. Let's do 5. Because that way people get less mad at you.
I don't give a shit. Hogan's Hogan. Hogan, if it wasn't for Hogan, the business wouldn't be what it is. Ric Flair, the same thing. Dusty Rhodes, the same thing. Modern era, obviously The Rock is the biggest entertainer that's ever graced the wrestling ring. Steve Austin, great friend of mine. He was the pinnacle. Undertaker. There's
We're out of 5 now.
Yeah, there's so many. Dallas Page and what he did for me and what he taught me back in the day with no strings attached when everybody was trying to ruin me. There are many guys that I have the utmost respect for many different reasons.
Shout out DDP Yoga. Kick my ass with that.
Yeah, I knew he would.
Holy crap.
I wouldn't let you do it.
Honestly, I think DDP Yoga was more tiring than the tricep challenge with CT. Now that's probably because I've lifted weights my whole life, so I'm used to that kind of burn. Holding isometric positions for all that time. And then I'm not that flexible either. So he's like, do this position down here. And I'm like,
Okay, I wussed out, DDP. When you came to my house in Cali, I told you my back hurt. It really didn't hurt that bad. I just didn't want to go through DDP.
It's hard, man.
I didn't want to have Goldberg on the internet with DDP yoga.
It's
but
hard,
now,
man.
as a 150-year-old wrestler, I get it.
It was hard, man. He kicked my butt. But I mean, all the people that have lost so much weight with this program, and what he's done for Jake and for Scott and that kind of stuff. Like DDP's the man. I'll never be as flexible as him, but
Steiner's, what they did for me.
Steiner Bros.
Haku, Ming, Barbarian, the Road Warriors. There's so many. Nikita Koloff. There's just so many. Just so that you're looking forward to the second time he cranks on me, after he does, I'm going to spear his ass through a window, a wall, or a door. Stay tuned.
Different house, though. Not this house.
Okay, the garage.
All right, big shout out to Demo Ranch, Matt over here, for hooking us up with Bill Goldberg, Goldberg's Garage. He's going to have a ton of awesome YouTube content coming soon. If you want to see a bunch of cars, guns, everything that Texans really love, you're going to see it over there. Make sure you tune in. Roman Reigns is probably in trouble now that Dr. Josh and myself got a hold of Goldberg here. Certainly in trouble now.
Thank you.
There it is. And we'll catch him on the next time. Tune in, Peacock Network. Go check out all of his, go show him love on Instagram, Twitter. You on TikTok?
Nah.
No TikTok.
That's a kid thing, right?
Yeah. And
anything over 50, we don't do that stuff.
Yeah. No TikTok dances for the Goldie.
I can moonwalk though. Just nobody's ever seen it. But hey,
that's going to be behind a paywall.
Definitely check him out. I haven't let anybody touch my neck since 1994, and Josh has gotten me, back to the point where I can kind of do what I used to do. And you always are hesitant and skeptical of people coming in and wanting to manipulate you. And for myself, who makes a living off my body and used to make a living off my body, I can fully attest that I feel so much better after he did what he did. It hurt, but I liked it.
Let's go. See you guys in the next one.
Who's next?